Hi everyone, Indigo Twin here. Hope we're all well, and it's been 2 weeks since our last reading. However, in the meantime, I've moved and I've almost settled. It's moving is always in between that as well. So I'd just like to say thank you for all your beautiful messages and emails and your support in my move, and just in my readings in general. I truly feel blessed to have such beautiful followers in my readings. Also, thank you for the email inquiry. Taking bookings for January now. So leading up to Christmas, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Now, next Sunday is Christmas. So I'm going to do a slightly extended reading because I will do a reading for the new year between Christmas and the new year. So it won't necessarily be in 7 days. Well, it won't be, I can guarantee you it won't be in 7 days because I'll be with family. So I will endeavour to get a reading somewhere around the 29th and 30th for the new year. So anyway, let's get on to the cards leading up to now. We've got for the week starting the 19th, which for some Eastern religions, it is St. Nicholas Day tomorrow. So those of you who are celebrating, the message about Christmas and giving and rebirth, this is the clear message. So it's really important. Just remember those who are less fortunate than what we are, and give where you can, even if it is just inviting someone over, having a drink with them, sharing your meal with them. This Christmas is all about giving. So let's do something special this year and give the gift of giving. So anyway, let's go on to our divine partnership reading, twin flame, soulmate. So now masculine. Okay, so let's look at the masculine. The masculine is actually going through some feminine energies right now with Isis here. So we've got Isis sitting there. So what does that mean in regards to the masculine? So we're looking at this is the beginning of the week. So, of course, Isis is the patroness of magic. Okay, she's all about compassion and nurturing and caring and maternal love and perseverance. So what I'm getting here is that our divine masculine is showing some perseverance. It's almost like as if he is looking towards Isis for healing advice, to help allay their fears. There's a sense of the masculine wanting to go forward and move into this mission that he's on, but he's asking for strong guidance at the moment, and this is where Isis is coming in. So he's looking at releasing his fears, and Isis will actually help him release his fears in due time. So this is where the masculine is going. It's all about emotions, so it's quite an emotion card. So this is where we are with the masculine now, which is interesting because through this guidance and this help, what happens is that he actually will come into the crook and flail. And of course, the crook and flail is card number 17, which is card number 8. So we've got a 2 and an 8, and then we've got a 10 down here. So crook and flail is, what are they trying to tell me? Self-discipline. So it's all about a bit of self-discipline. So here we've got this calling for guidance and calling for help with a lot of emotions and sort of very passive emotions. And then we're actually looking towards a crook and flail, towards authority. and mastering the ego here. So the masculine is all about going and asking and seeking wise guidance, and then actually mastering the ego once he's done there and coming to terms with himself, overcoming life's problems, life's difficulties, and taking responsibility. So all in all, this is actually a really good sign for the masculines at the moment. So coming into his own, mastering this ego, getting the help, mastering the ego, and then being successful at it, because this is the winged disc. Now, of course, the winged disc is talking about divine guidance and inspiration and achievement. So here we are, we're getting wise feminine guidance. Then we're getting this kind of sort of pharaoh, worldly status type thing, mastering ego, coming into the winged disc, which is also about enjoy, like deeper joy to be gained from the revelation of true knowledge. So basically, good news all around here, because what we're going is we've got the masculine going through this. It's almost like he's going through, there's a bit of an initiation period for the masculine at the moment. This is what I'm getting here. The masculine is going through a bit of a initiation period, because he's learning to trust himself. He's learning to trust his emotions. He's understanding where he needs to be. So this is really a really positive reading for the masculine at the moment. So a lot of good things happening there for the masculine. It's interesting because we come over to the feminine, and she is experiencing, okay, so we have the Thoth card. And the Thoth card, of course, is represented by the it's like the Kundalini. So the two serpents twisting up. It's like the Catechus. Those of you who are new to my readings, this is the Catechus. So what we've got here, it's card number 5. He's the Lord of Time, the keeper of the Akashic records, the scribe to the gods. So this talks about fate and karma and healing of the soul. So it's the intertwining serpent that represents the twin union, the Kundalini balance. So the feminines are being asked to go in and balance the Kundalini within. This is your task to do. And it talks about karma as well. I can recommend that Alana Fairchild has a meditation, and it's called, you should be able to find, it's on, I'll remember to put the link in. It's called Serapis Bay. It is about karma. It is about going through Serapis Bay and masters, ascended masters, and seeking to heal karma. I think this is probably wise, because what we've got here coming up is delays and problems. That is if we don't sort out this karma. Okay, this is only an issue if we continue to hold on to this. We need to release. We need to release any karmic ties, cut any bonds, cords, releasing. Okay, this is what we need to be doing to avoid these delays. Now, I'm not saying that it's catastrophic if we don't do it. It just means that it's just going to delay things that much more. Okay, so, all right, so they're just going to ask me to pause back there. Delay. Okay, we've got a mission. We know a union, twin flame unions are about mission. Okay, this card can cause problems if we don't balance these karmic paths that we have. Okay, this is a block towards a union. Okay, it's a block that the feminine still need to work through. Okay, so we really need to go in, and perhaps our Isis cards will give us a healing message. I am banking on Isis, goddess Isis, Goddess of light and love, to give us the guidance towards that. So I'm not going to go further into that because I have a feeling that Isis will give us the guidance necessary to overcome these. Because then also we've got earth down here, which means we need to be grounding ourselves. Okay, it's like a checklist. It's basically saying, ground yourself, come down to earth. Come down to earth. Okay, so what it means, what I'm getting a sense of here, what they're telling me is that we can get so caught up, and I know they call it the silly season. There's a reason for it, and I can tell you right now, it's a time that I just avoid being on the roads, being in shopping centres, because it is just madness right now. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And, you know, I mean, I just keep hearing sirens everywhere, and there has, you know, been some serious, you know, accidents and things that have happened because people are just, it's crazy. So calm. Stay calm. Try and stay calm as much as you can. Now, interestingly enough, what we've got in here, I mean, we've got peace. It's okay. The partnership is at peace. We have the lotus here. The partnership is at peace. All is well in the 5D. All is well. We have Hatha, the mirror, the goddess. Now, interestingly enough, it's the position that Hatha is taking. She's the goddess of beauty. Now the mirror. Look at this, the position. Reflection over here to the feminine, reflection over to the masculine. He here is mastering his ego. We are mastering our karmic ties. Okay? Mirror right in the middle. See, there's still the work. So what it's saying to me, there's still the work. And I know it could be utterly crazy because it is Christmas. And therefore we may go, all right, I don't have time. I just need to be. Look, I know it's crazy. I mean, even myself in the past couple of weeks with moving and everything, I have at the very least, because I tell you what, I've almost been just falling into bed at night. At the very least, have I said the very shortest of prayers and done the very shortest of clearing, just to know and to actually ask the divine to, you know, to sort of keep me safe and keep me at peace as much as can, even through the chaos. And we all know that moving is chaotic. So, but if you can just manage 5 minutes, even if you were just, you know, in the bathroom, is probably a really good time. I know probably not so if you have small children, but if you can manage that small time when you're in the bathroom, just really just ask for guidance, ask for help as much as you can. So, moving on. Uraeus. Okay, so Uraeus, the serpent, what are we looking at here? So the divine partnership is relying on the feminine, okay? The partnership is relying on the feminine here at the moment. She's the one who's actually got to go into the Akashic records to seek help from Serapis Bay in order for the mission and the union to go forward. So basically, it's in the feminine's hands to be able to do that. So this is a lot of 5D work that the feminine is called upon to do. Okay, as I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to spend hour upon hours doing the work, doing the healing, cutting the cords, even if you can do it, when you have a few moments, it's really important, because this set will cause chaos if we don't somehow maintain that balance, even throughout the day, if you can. just call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, the Ascended Masters. Just call on them. Call on your guides. Just ask them to be with you. What else have they got to say about Uranus? I mean, it's talking about careful, wise handling of things. And this is where I'm saying that it's really reflecting back, because the serpent is actually going towards the feminine, saying, look, you know, he's over here mastering his ego. He's doing a lot of 3D work here. Okay? Now the feminine has actually got to go back into the 5D. But remember, going into the 5D to also stay grounded as much as you can. So I know this is this I would say would have to be one of the most, I can't even, there's not even a word for it. No, I'm not getting the word. What it is, it's almost like leading up to the solstice, to the 21st, which of course is during the week. Yeah, this is, I'm saying, look, this is really, yeah, it's the next few days is going to be a little bit heavy. And I hate, look, I can sit here and give you rosy, shiny readings and say all will be well. But divine partnerships, being your divine self, like it is being your true, authentic self. It's there. Don't hide who you are. Don't hide your love. Master whatever it is. Try and deal with this last bit of karmic ties that are tying you and restricting you from coming into union. That's just what these are saying. So, yeah, and I get the feeling with the Uranus card, it's saying don't ask. Don't say, look, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? It's not about when this is going to happen. It's all about what you do, both feminine and masculine. It's about what each do in order to bring a union into fruition. Now, I know a lot of you are very much close on the border of actually coming into this. And these cards here, both these cards, this line here, is very much about that. It's almost like, we've had this road and it's winding, and we've had rocky roads, and we've had some shrubs to get through, and some nice smooth roads along the way, and then we've had some really hard treacherous roads, and then we're sort of, and this is kind of like a little bit of a, it's like going through, well, let's talk about an Australian bush or a forest even. It's like you just kind of have to cut through the shrubs, cut through the vines and things like that, just in order. It's like that. It's like a threshold. This throne of Isis is like a threshold. That's what they're saying. It's kind of like this threshold. It's like if you can just get through this last bit, then we can come into the new year and things will be a lot different. Okay, we've just come off the big full moon as well, so we've still got some of those energies, because it was a Gemini full moon, which is a good thing, but we are sort of talking about some duality and some mutable influences in there as well. So yes, coming up to the solstice, because that is the gateway coming up, and then of course we have the gateway, the 111 gateway. So that is January the 1st, the 1st of the 1st, 2017. So 7, 8, 9, 10, coming down to 1. So 2017 comes down to number 1. So there is a gateway. So we have the solstice on the 21st, and then we have the 111 gateway. So we've got things coming up. It's almost like just this little bit more that we need to do. We can do it. We can do it. We will do it. All right, let's turn over these cards. This is what the masculine is actually projecting towards a partnership. Okay, so this is good. Cyrus. Cyrus is a good card to be projecting, because this, of course, is, as you know, one of my favorite cards. It's the sacred star of the ancients, of course. There's all about universal awareness here. So it's really becoming aware of what is going on in the universe, trying to make peace wherever you can, whoever you cross. This is energies that bless with the spirit of pioneering. Okay, so this is working towards the mission. So this is what, more or less, what the 5D masculine is actually bringing to the union, to the mission right now. So it is an opening of the mind. It is a deprogramming of the limiting beliefs. Okay, so this is where his 5D self is actually working on mastering the ego. It's mirroring back to him and towards the feminine. Really interesting story along here in this line. What's the feminine? Okay, so she's got growth with sacrifice. There's the sacrifice. Balancing this karma. It's a real balancing karma act this week. Okay, remember, this is a feminine card. This suggests fertility and growth. It's reflecting upon emotions and trying to understand and figure out what's going on. Okay, this is where you're going to figure out what's going on. When you seek to cut those last ties and to heal from that. All right. Okay, there's not a lot more that I can actually say about this, because it's all pretty clear cut. Yep, I know, tense times, but you know, please, I honestly say, if you can actually work through this, and if the masculines, for those of you masculines who are listening, just look at seeking this feminine, okay? Seeking this feminine aspect. Now, be it Isis or feminine goddess energies to bring down, to master your ego, okay? Because there will be success, okay? Let's pull over this card here. Okay, so we've got the patron of men here, work. It's funny that actually this has come up, because it actually, oh, where's my candle gone? There it goes. Interesting enough, it says, we've got work to do. We've got work to do, guys. Guys, girls, we have a lot of work to do here. So I'm just going to pop this card here. It says we've got work to do. And it's a card number 8. And 8 is all about wealth. Okay, there's a lot of wealth to be gained in this. This is, you know, the architect of the universe, okay? This is the architect. This is what we're actually talking about. You know, yes, there's dexterity. This is like, remember, the Mason symbol. So we're actually building the foundations. So we're still building on those foundations. The bricks, these are the bricks in the spiritual foundations, and they're constructing and the building of our temple, growing with life's lessons, basically. So what we've got here is that each lesson that is learnt shapes our true character. So this is what this card is about. The lessons being learnt, which actually shape our true character. Now, I'm being asked to pull another card. And I will pull another card, and this will be, because of course this will be covering around the Christmas period. So I'm going to go and pull one there, which is air. And here, look at that. Okay. So we have the twins card. Beautiful cards here. So we've got the air. So again, we've got the feminine actually coming and grounding herself, and actually talking about, this is a way, blowing away the cobwebs. Remember, air is about blowing away the cobwebs. Okay, so she's basically sort of looking at this serpent here and just going, okay, I need to get through you to get to this. Okay, and the masculine's going, all right, I'm here, sweetheart, I'm here. Let's go. Let's get this serpent out the way. Okay, let's get this guy out the way. So what do? All right, there you go. He's out the way. Okay, so once we've done the mastering the ego and we've done the karmic healing and things like that, this is what we're going to get, the key to life. Now, I've been going for a while now, so this is where we need to go. Ankh, my absolute favorite card out of this whole deck. It is truly beautiful. It is talking about life force and understanding. I mean, what could one ask more? Can one ask for? Okay, so he's actually mastering this ego, is wanting to come forward to this union. And again, when he's come to this successful time, he's all about partnership. He's reflecting that partnership into here. And the feminine is clearing up the garbage in order to come to here. Doesn't get much simpler than that. Yes. This is a dawning of a new state of awareness. This is what we are leading up to after the solstice, leading towards the 111 gateway. This is what this is about. Now, what healing message does Goddess Isis have for us this week? So, dear Goddess Isis, who loves us unconditionally, give us your wise wisdom and guidance for all who are listening this week. This is for the week beginning the 19th, leading up to the few days before the new year. There we go. We've got the portal of light. She glides on wings through time and space. I think we may have had this one before. Okay, I'm going to get the book and guide us through. So just sit back and relax. And I do apologise, my voice is really... I've also managed to get myself a cold, but it's no surprise. All right, so let's sit back. She glides on wings through time and space. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are being conscious on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space, and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. You are growing in power and awareness. You have had breakthrough insights where you realize that you are not who you thought you were. You are in fact a much faster being. Sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times it was gentle and made much sense to you. You are learning to integrate this awareness of your vast self into your life. The practical consequences of doing so are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity, to become more detached and more passionate, more loving and less demanding, to need less and receive more, to feel more joy and exert less force to attain it. Such wonderful gifts await you. You also become capable of exerting healing influence beyond time and space, which means being able to help free yourself and others. If you choose to share your healing gifts, you can learn to create freedom from trauma, attachment, history, and any other situation that may drain life force and distract from divine love, no matter whether occurring in this or any other lifetime. Isis guides you to powers and abilities to heal that are beyond time and space. It starts with the realization that what has happened in the past has power over you only to the extent that you allow it. The portal of light is being opened to you now to travel through time and space, to release the past, to open up to future bright, and to call for more power in the present moment. Once you have done this for yourself, if you are guided into the healing path, then you can share this with others. Be guided by the loving blessing of Isis to assist you in this sacred interdimensional travel, now for healing and understanding, more growth and peace. I'm just was going to read on before I go on. And interestingly enough, when I actually looked at the bottom of the deck, I noticed the Merkaba, the Chariot of Ascension. I'm just going to put that here. Okay, so here we have the Merkaba, which of course is the spiritual work for the higher initiate. I'm going to read. This is a very complex. Now, if anyone knows a bit about the Merkaba, it's quite a complex one. But I would suggest, the fact is that I'll read on. It says, if you've also drawn the Merkaba, then the part of your particular soul gift is the ability to navigate between spiritual dimensions of reality, shifting from lower vibrations of fear and bringing through higher vibrations of love to allow for peace and release. The combination of the Merkaba card and the Portal of Light card means you have the ability to not only navigate dimensions, but to bring higher dimensional awareness into the present moment for healing with the natural soul ability to be present in lower vibrational realities, such as those of fear and competition on earth at present, and simultaneously be anchored in higher vibrational soul realities of love, peace, and truth. This makes you a powerful source of light. And the Lady Isis and her beloved star Sirius offer you divine peace and protection now to help you in this sacred task of being a star of divine light and presence on the earth at this time. Now, of course, we've got the Sirius card in here, so this is really good. If the card Oracle, the Portal of Light, brings special guidance that a phase of time or experience is over and a new cycle at a higher vibrational turn of the spiral is beginning. So prepare to ascend. Expect things to become lighter, freer, and faster moving in your life, even perhaps whilst you appear to be more surrendered and more peaceful within yourself. Now, I did say, and I was actually asking for guidance to get through these delays and problems by the Set card. So this has actually come up, and the fact that the Merkaba has come up as well is a really good indication. So this is actually a great, fantastic ritual to be, my candle seems to be losing its power, to be looking at. Now, I do suggest you get a candle, either white or black or a tea light, and some matches. Now sit comfortably where you can gaze at the lit candle with half eyes closed and your spine relatively straight and supported. Gaze at the candle, flickering with soft focus, and keep your eyes half closed, half opened, as you focus on the candle and your breath. When you are ready, imagine you can project yourself into the candlelight, sending your awareness into it until you sense all around you, either actually or with intention, bright, white, light, pure. Allow yourself to release anything at all, conscious or unconscious, that you feel weighs you down. Just release it into the light and say quietly the following incantation. In this light beyond time and space, I enter the portal of divine light and grace. I am free of shackles from this life or another. I surrender old fear to the Divine Mother. I now choose to be free of the past. In the present light of spirit, I now bask. In the portal of light beyond all time, Love and light frees me into peace sublime. You can also say that incantation anytime that you feel that you need to be surrounded with light to overcome things. I'm just going to read the incantation also to the Merkaba. As I said, it's quite a long process. I perhaps at another stage might do it. If anything, what I can suggest is with the Merkaba, imagine yourself in the Merkaba, and also it's actually to gain a strong spiritual connection and protection at any time. Can say the following incantation added to the portal of light. Lady Isis and Serapis Bay shining bright. Support my Merkaba, build my body of light. I am in your protection now, and from harm I am free. Align me now with my inner divinity. Through my own free will as a being of light, I now allow my Merkaba to alight, arising from below and descending from above. Penetrate darkness too with divine light and love. Merkaba protection, body and spirit as one. Fragmentation and disconnection are now forever undone. Now breathe in deeply, sit quietly, and when you're ready, just open your eyes. As I said before, a good practice to do, particularly for the feminine at this time, is actually to do. Alana Fairchild has a wonderful Serapis Bay, and of course we are called upon Serapis Bay with the Chariot of Ascension here. So it is a really good practice to do. I will get the link and put it on there for you because it is brilliant. It's quite a long one. I think it's about 20 minutes, but it is really good in resolving karma and cutting ties. So, my beautiful, loving, divine masculine and feminines out there, I send you my love and my blessings. For those of you who are celebrating Christmas, just remember to surround yourself in loving light. Send love to all those around you. Be at peace no matter what. Even if someone ruffles your feathers, just be at peace. Be loving. That is the best way for us to come into mission and to really change things in this our beautiful world. We need to protect it. We need to protect ourselves. We need to release any karma. God bless you all, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.